what it do? It's your boy Mike Brockers, a.k.a. Brock, and this is the Broadcast. I'm here joined with my co-host with the most, Mr. Petty Pat. Talk to him.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Petty Pat, and we here at the Houston Livestock and Rodeo Show.
Yes, sir, man. We're here at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, man, with a special guest. I mean, to be honest with you, this is a special event. I mean, this is our first time covering the rodeo on this podcast with this media platform, and we're just trying to get ourselves out there in different, avenues. Yeah, and just show that, there's more athletes out there other than football players and basketball players. So we want to hear from a guy by the name of Bill Tutor.
Bill Tor, there are 82 points on this horse in Waco. Billy needing to have some good times right here as the horse travels to the left.
Who's been doing this for a long time, and we'll hear stories. So, man, appreciate you, Bill, joining us today, man.
You bet. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. My name's Bill Tutor. I'm not far from here. I'm from Huntsville, Texas.
Anybody here from Huntsville tonight?
It's right up the road a little bit. I've been riding. I'm a bareback rider.
Okay. What's the difference between bareback and bull? This is new for us. Talk to us.
All right, so there's 3 rough stock events.
Okay,
it's bareback riding, saddle bronc riding, and bull riding.
Okay.
The bareback riding and the bronc riding, both of them ride horses. One of them has a what they call an association saddle.
Okay.
It looks pretty close to a regular saddle you'd normally see.
Okay.
And then a bareback rider, we hold on to what is called a bareback rig, and it essentially looks like a suitcase handle that fits right over the withers. And so it's a little more wild than the bronc riding, but they're just two whole different deals.
Yes, sir. Tell us about, how did you get into this style of competition? Now, you told us there's 3 different styles. How did you choose this style and make it the one that you wanted to do?
All right, so I mentioned all 3 of the rough stock events. There's all the roping events too. Your calf roping, your team roping. Well, my dad was a team roper when I was a little kid, and so I grew up around the whole environment. Going to ropings and stuff like that. When I was a sophomore in high school, my dad urged me to get on some bareback horses because he did it when he was a kid. I did it. I didn't really care for it at first because you get thumped on your head quite a bit.
Right.
But, man, it's like the first time you stay on one, you're like, I was hooked after that. I was hooked after that. And, man, I'm 32 now. That would have been in 2008. I've been doing it a long time.
Ever since.
Yeah,
That's
you bet.
Crazy.
Question about bareback riding. Why do if that was something you chose? I always say you shouldn't ride a horse bareback. You shouldn't be riding bareback. Why is that?
Oh, I've never heard that. Like, if you just get on a regular saddle horse that's broke, man, it's so good for your balance.
Oh, seriously?
All of that. Yeah, you bet.
I've always been afraid of horses, so when my uncles and my aunt, they had a bunch of land and had horses, and they was like, no, don't ever ride that horse bareback. So that's why I just felt like, it was just something that you shouldn't do.
No, I've never heard that, but I know guys do it all the time, and I know bull riders. They'll get on a saddle horse and they'll just trot that thing around, and it just works on their balance.
The myth is busted now.
Yeah, the myth is busted.
The myth is busted.
Y'all, the myth is busted.
So, Bill, tell us what keeps you motivated, man. You're in this sport. You talk about thumping your head. What keeps you motivated to getting back up on that horse and doing it again?
You're right. You can get jerked around a lot, slammed a lot, and sometimes it's not very fun. Right. There's a lot of miles going in between to each event, but man, when you ride a bucking horse and you do it right, and you did your job, and you were with that animal 100%, it's a good feeling, man.
Yeah.
And
is it a part of the crew?
It just becomes addictive,
Right.
Do you choose the horse, or is that something where you just show up and then there's a bull and I get on it and I ride it? So how does that work?
No, so what they'll do is, like I'm saying, we go to about 100 events a year. There's say 20 guys that they own all these animals,
right?
And they'll bring them there. So it could be a different guy that owns them, but they have a pen. And what the secretaries do is they draw you an animal from that pen.
Yeah.
So you see a lot of the same animals.
You don't get to pick.
No, it's luck of the draw.
Okay.
Wow. Is there a horse that you know, like a mystic horse that's in the game right now that everybody's like afraid to ride, or you know, like everybody's you know, ready to conquer? Is there a horse out there that's have that mystique about them?
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
Okay.
One of them, just off the top of my head, is it's one of C5's horses. They're out of Canada.
Okay.
But it's a big old gray horse, and it's they call it Virgil, and they actually hold the world record on it right now.
Really?
Yeah, you bet. And man, that horse is fantastic. I've never been on it, but there's a lot of them animals.
Okay,
No,
okay.
I say a lot. You know, there's a handful that you always have your eye on, because you know if you do your job and you draw them, you're gonna make some money that day.
Oh, okay,
So.
okay. That's awesome,
So
man.
with riding the horses, how does that, like you said, making some money, right? How do they go about like judging you guys on a horse and stuff like that? Like when the horse is bucking around and you just hanging on for dear life, like how do y'all get judged on that?
All right. First of all, it's based off of 100 points. 100 points is as high as you can possibly go.
Okay.
50 points is for you. 50 points is for the animal.
Okay.
And so they're looking for that animal. They're looking for them to jump high, kick hard, kind of change some directions. The more they do all that, the more they throw at you, the more points they'll get. You know, 45, 47 points for them. And then for the rider, they're looking for you to stay in control.
Okay.
Keep your upper body square. Don't lose your position, and your feet need to be spurring, moving the whole time.
Okay. So
You would think like just being on the horses, but you would want to keep your feet
Locked in.
yeah.
Like then, yeah.
Yeah, it's that would be your natural instinct.
Yeah,
right.
But
natural
that's kind of like after you do it a long time, to move your feet like that, I guess you learn how to do it. But
Yeah,
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your natural reaction is like, oh, I don't
Yep,
want to
I
fall
don't wanna
off.
get
Like,
thrown
let me
off.
clinch.
Yeah, well, like watch them the bull riders. You know, that's exactly what they do. They every time their feet blow out, they're going. You know, they're trying to
Right.
get holts again, going right back to it. So yeah, you're exactly right. But you got to figure out how to do it. You know, to
Give it a little style, but
Right, to
then
give it
stay in
that
control
style.
at the same time.
you bet.
That's
Talk,
crazy.
talk to us about your training. You know, I played football in the NFL for 11 years, so I know about, you know, keeping your body in tip-top shape and, you know, making sure you take care of your body. Your body is your temple. Tell us a little bit briefly about, you know, what you do to keep your body, you know, in tip-top shape for these events.
I've got a trainer that I work. Well, what would it be called? Remote, but he's. Man, first of all, we have sports med in Rodeo. It's just a sports med program.
Okay.
Man, they are fantastic.
Yeah.
They take care of us, keep us taped up, put together. But the guy that coaches me, he works with them real close, and so he sends me workouts to do every day, and that's how I do. That's how the workout routines that I do every day. We don't get on a lot of practice horses because we get on so many horses. Like I said, we go to about 100 events throughout the year, and it's pretty tough on your body. So when you're at home, you kind of stay off of them to get your body back right. But I've got a bucket machine at the house. We have some stationary drills that we do, and that's all important.
Right.
But I think the most important part is right here.
Mind.
Yeah.
Mind.
Being confident, getting on them, knowing you've prepared, you're ready to go, and I think that's the most important part.
Is there any film that you watch? Like, I mean, I know in football we watch film on our opponents. You can't watch film on a horse, can you? Like on what you're going. You know?
You can now.
You can. Okay.
Now you asked the guys 10 years ago, they couldn't, but it's so easy now. With social media, they'll post the rides. You know, hey, I did this on this horse, and so you can go and look. And we have through our website, we have some stock stats, so you can look at what guy got on that horse what day. Well, then you can go to his Instagram and go find your video of that horse. So sometimes it's a great thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can get you in trouble because the horse will do something completely different.
Right.
But
So when you say get your mind, you know, get control of your mind. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing to, you know, keep that confidence? Because say you do
Any
fall
music
off, you
or
know,
anything
like what do
that?
you?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Oh yeah, that helps when you're driving when you're headed to the rodeo.
Yeah,
That'll
yeah.
get you in the.
What do you have in your playlist? One of your favorite songs in your playlist that you like.
hype
Yeah,
before
I'm
you
good.
get out there.
I'm good.
What's
today.
your number one song that comes to your head?
Man, every day it could change. I listen to any genre.
Yeah.
Except for screamo. I don't like all that stuff. I can't do that. Oh man, you put me on the spot right there, right to the top of the head.
Just your favorite. It can be a house favorite, a fan favorite.
Man, all right, this ain't really pump up, but it's my jam. Never Been to Spain. By Waylon Jennings, and I can jam it like it is a pump up song, man. It's a good song. He's not the original singer. I think it's Three Dogs Night or something like that. It's an old rock and roll song.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
don't quote me on that.
No, you're good, man. It's just getting a little insight into,
you
into
bet.
your life, before we get out of here, we always try to, on this podcast, do a little inspirational segment on, a lot of listeners that, are watching this and, wanting to be inspired. And I pride myself on, trying to put it out there to inspire the youth and the younger generation. If you had any words of inspiration for the young generation, anybody in this audience who's thinking about, becoming a bareback rider, what would you get? What words of inspiration would you give them?
If you wanted to go down if you wanted to go down this road in rodeo or anything in life, if you'll just put your head down and go get it done, give it everything you got. But most importantly, don't worry about what anybody else thinks. If you want to go achieve it, get it done.
Yes, sir.
That's a good piece of advice because a lot of people don't want to do stuff because of what they think other people are going to think about them.
Right.
It stops them from becoming great at something.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's good information. Oh, one thing. So we have a clothing brand together, and that's why I asked you what size shirt you wear. We like to give people gifts and get our clothing brand out there as well. So I would like to present you with a
Rock brand shirt.
Man, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So
thank you very much, man.
you got a nice shirt, a nice Wrangler shirt on.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
yes, sir, man. Bill, we appreciate you coming on today, taking a little bit of this time, your precious time. I know you can't get back, man.
Yes,
we
and
appreciate you
good luck
joining
for
on
the rest
show.
of the season, man.
Good
Thank you
luck,
very
man.
much.
Yes, sir, man. And those who've been rocking with me from the beginning, man, y'all know the motto: don't get ready, stay ready. Peace.
As possible, but he will have a top 3 score for the moment. 79 points for Tutor of Huntsville.
Good for him. Now, this is the guy I talked about in the opening.